What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So guys, today we are doing a quick guide for the Clubhouse contracts or the MC contracts in GT Online. This week they are also double money. The first thing that you will need to play these contracts is a Clubhouse. If you don't have one yet, you can get one on Maze Bank foreclosure. The prices are between 200 and 500k. The ones in the city are a bit more expensive, but for the MC contracts, to be honest, the location of your Clubhouse doesn't really matter. After you have the Clubhouse, you can now register as a MC president. So you can find this under register a boss in the interaction menu. And then when you do this, you can go in your Clubhouse to the meeting room. So depending on which Clubhouse you have, it will be in a different location. But on your map, you can kind of see a planning board. Just go there, so it's in the room with this meeting table. And then when you go to the back, when you go to the wall, you can see that there are 3 missions at the top. These are basically MC contracts. In total, there are 13 MC contracts. 5 of them you can only play if you have 2 or more players in your MC. Today, I will be showing you guys the other 8. And like I said, you have 3 on the wall. If you finish all 3 of them, you will get a new set of 3 missions. Or if you just search for a new session, you will also get 3 new missions on the planning board, basically. The first mission that we're going to take a look at is Hit the Roof. In this mission, you basically have to recover a Oppressor Mark 1. By the way, all of these missions, so all of the MC contract missions, you can also play them in a invite-only session. But so in Hit the Roof, you will have to go to a location where you have some NPCs on a roof that you have to kill. You'll also have 2 helicopters that you have to take down. You cannot lock onto these helicopters. This is very important, so just take them out with a RPG or just a homing missile without the lock on. After you kill everyone, after you take out everyone, you will have to find a cutting saw. You will use it to open the containers, and you can always find it on the roof itself and then in a container like this, so it's this red bag over here. Then after you have the cutting saw, you can open all 3 containers, and you're basically searching for the container with the Oppressor Mark 1 in it. If it's the first container, then obviously you don't have to open the other ones. After you find the correct container, there will be a cargo bob on the roof as well. Now, if you blew up everything, it could be that the cargo bob is damaged, like in my case over here. If this happens, if you have a cargo bob for yourself, you can call it in and then take the container like that. If you don't, to be honest, I don't think that the mission provides another cargo bob, and then it could be that you just have to search for a new session and start a new mission. But so normally, if the cargo bob is not damaged, you take the container with the Oppressor Mark 1, bring it to the location, and that's the mission. So over here, it took pretty long because my cargo bob was destroyed, but normally this mission takes you around 10 minutes and it pays 60k with the double money. Second mission is called Jailbreak. Very simple, you just have to hijack a prison bus. So kill the driver, take the bus, and then bring the prisoners to a escape point. This is a pretty easy mission. By the way, after you finish a MC contract, normally you have a cooldown time of 3 minutes. Sometimes this cooldown time isn't there. I don't know the exact reason for this. Online people say that it's basically when you search for a new session, then you won't have a cooldown time. But I've tested it and it's not always the case. So just sometimes you have a cooldown time of 3 minutes and sometimes you don't. For Jailbreak, 10 minutes approximately, it's just driving the bus, and I got a payment of 48k. Then the third mission is POW. In this mission, you have to go to a location, kill some NPCs again, and then you have to rescue the client. For this mission, it's very useful if you have a helicopter that you can call in. So then after you find the client, in this case in the farmhouse, he will just be in one of the rooms. You can just put him in the helicopter and you can take them to the safe house. This mission took me around 8 minutes and then I got 45k. The payment is okay, to be honest. Last week we had 4 times money on the VIP work. To be honest, they could have also done 4 times on the MC contracts, and then it's much more interesting. Then the next mission is called Life and Deathbikes. In this case, you just have to break into a house, and then you have to find a switch to an elevator. So upstairs you will have 3 switches. 2 of them will be fake switches, so one of them will just give you a shock, one of them will trigger the alarm, and then the last one will reveal the elevator. This elevator will bring you down to a secret garage, and then in there you can find the death bike, which you then have to steal. After you steal the death bike, you have to go to a location with Vagos. Now over there you have to kill everyone and also destroy their cars. The mission will tell you to do it with the death bike, of course, but this is not really useful or convenient, so just do it with sticky bombs and also the guns that you have normally. Then you will also have an option that if you want to return the bike to your safe house. If you do this, you will get extra money. In this case, I got almost 80k. The mission took me a bit more than 10 minutes, but I think this is definitely one of the best paying missions that you have. Then Torched is a very easy one, especially if you have a Oppressor Mark II or a helicopter with homing missiles, because then you can just go to the location, already lock on to the NPCs over there, which will already destroy some of the munition, and then the remaining you can just head down, so you can just land and then destroy it with Molotovs. Very easy mission. Took me 2.5 minutes and paid 31k, so very fast money, to be honest. Then we have Cracked. Over here you have to go to a location again. Over here it was the last clubhouse. Kill everyone, then find the safe, and then in the safe you will have some money. You have to bring this to the location, and that's the mission. To crack the safe you will have to either go to the left or the right, and then when it vibrates a lot you have to slow down, because this means that you're almost at the correct number. And then when it locks, you have to turn in a different direction. So if you first went to the left, then you have to go to the right. Again, wait until it vibrates a lot. This means it's the correct number. And then the last time you have to do it for the third number, the same thing. So again, go in a different direction. Then you take the cash, bring it to the drop-off location. Not a difficult mission. Over here, it took me 5 minutes, but it only paid me 14k with the double money. So Cracked, if you can avoid it, just don't do it, because it just doesn't pay that well. Then Gunrunning, again a very easy one. So you're gonna intercept a gun deal basically. Again, if you have a Oppressor Mark II or a helicopter with lock-on missiles, you can just kill everyone from a distance. Then you can just land, and then what you have to do is take the weapon cases and then load them into the truck. So this is actually very cool. Not a lot of missions have this, because you have multiple packages. You could just load them onto the truck. In most missions you would just have to go back and forward with each package, which is of course very annoying. So after you load in everything to the truck, you just have to take it to the drop-off location again. Again, very easy mission. Took me around 6 minutes and I got 35k. So most of the missions actually are pretty easy and they pay decent, but like I said, 3 times money or 4 times money would have been better. So over here I just finished a mission, then I go to a new lobby, and then you can see that there was a cooldown time. It was 3 minutes, and then over here it ended. But sometimes you don't have this cooldown time. I don't know what exactly causes the cooldown time. Last mission is By the Pound. Also pretty fun mission. So you just go to a location of dealers, I think, and then the cops will be there. You have to kill the dealers and also the cops. Find the head dealer or the dealer with the product, kill him, take the product, and then again bring it to the drop-off location. Again, pretty easy mission. Over here it took me around 7 minutes and I got a payment of 28k, so not the best payment. The other missions were a bit better, but still decent. So guys, that's basically it. Hope it was helpful. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out the Discord in the description, and peace out, you guys.